Hey guys, today we're going to be doing another Halloween tutorial. Today we're going to be doing like a bullet wound. I'm really excited. But I thought I'd just go through the whole thing, like, and just do my eyes and everything with you as well. Like, they're not going to be anything too in depth, but I thought, you know, it's better than just being like, here's the bullet wound and the video is 2 minutes long. You're welcome. So I thought we could sit down and, you know, still do the makeup. So I'm just priming my eyes with the P. Louise base in Rumor 01. My eyes are stained from last night's look. I did the witch one last night, so I'm gonna do something really simple for the eyes today. I think I'm just gonna do like one colour and then some shimmer. I'm just gonna take the Natasha Denona bronze palette. And I think I'm just gonna take this shade called, let's take Suntan, which is this one here. It's just like a very, like, it's just kind of like a light pale orange kind of colour. It's pretty basic. Alright, so taking that sundown shade and I'm just kind of putting that everywhere, to be honest. So yeah, I'm just kind of like blending this all over the lid. Pretty basic. The eye look isn't really like that important. Alright. Now I'm just going to take a shimmer. I'm just going to take Aloe, it's called, just on my finger. And just put that like on the middle of the lid. It honestly doesn't have to be anything too precise. This isn't going to be the part of makeup that people are focusing on, you know. I mean, if you want to do something like a bit like nicer than this, you can, but I'm just going for something very kind of simple. So then I'm just going to grab my brush and just blend that. And then I've got something like this. I'm just going to go put some lashes on now. I'm only going to do some small ones. And then I'll be back. Okay, so I just used some XO Beauty lashes in the Rebel, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay. So now we're gonna get started on this bullet wound. I've got my Special Effects brushes here, but they're honestly like, they're pretty gross, to be honest. I should have probably cleaned them, but what are you gonna do? So I'm going to start off with some liquid latex, because we're going to map out the bullet wound. Everything in Special Effects is just so sticky. Like, I'm going to start by taking some liquid latex. This is just the Maron liquid latex, and all I'm going to do is just like dip my brush into it. And then we're going to draw kind of where we want this wound. So I'm thinking about here. I'm going to grab some extra flesh. Oh, actually, oh yeah, this is also from Maron, and it just looks like this. It is incredibly sticky. And I need to bring my mirror down. So to do this, I'm just kind of gonna like sit it like that for now. And then I'm going to set it. So I'm taking some more liquid latex and just using that to like over this. So I need to give this like a few minutes to dry. So I'm just gonna go off camera while this dries because it takes, I don't know, probably 5 minutes or so, and there's not really anything else I can do while I'm waiting for it to dry. So yeah, I'll be back in about 5 and we can get on with the rest of it. So it's kind of dried now, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take like, oh, I don't really want to use my tweezers. I've got 2 different pairs, so I'll take some tweezers. And I just need to like pull the middle of it out. Might be better to like, you know what, I need to get like some little sewing scissors. But I need to like cut a hole. Please be careful if you do this, by the way, because you don't want to cut your skin. But yeah, I just need like there to be like a hole in the middle. I really need the outside to be built up. So I'm just trying to like kind of move it all around until we get a hole. So you can see now that it looks more like a hole, which is great. So I'm just going to take some liquid latex again, just kind of like seal it pretty much. Just around the edges. The only thing about liquid latex is it takes a while to dry, but apart from that, like, it's all good. And then you don't want it to look like a perfect hole, you know, or like a perfect circle, so you want some kind of like a little bit of rounding in. So now when we get to this point, we're just gonna let it dry again, and then we're gonna go in with some foundation. I usually use my Becca Ultimate Coverage Foundation for my special effects looks because I don't really like this foundation. And yeah. Or like I'll use like a cheap foundation or something. Yeah, now we just need to wait for this to dry, so I'll probably just give that, you know, another 5 minutes or so. Then I'll come back and we can get into making this into an actual bullet wound. Well, not an actual, make it look like one. So now I'm just gonna take, I've gotten like a new beauty blender because I don't want to get like liquid latex and stuff all over mine. So this will be like my special effects one. So now I'm just gonna take my Becca foundation. Actually, I might just prime first. It's weird, even when I'm doing special effects I need to prime because it makes me feel weird. I don't know what one to take. I'm just gonna take my professional. This is just the Benefit Professional Primer. It's just a little mini one. I think I've like almost used it all. Okay. So I'm just gonna prime with that. Now we're gonna take the Becca foundation and put my foundation on. This beauty sponge is very stiff. I don't know if I like it. This foundation is honestly so full coverage. I actually don't really like that it's so full coverage. That's why I use it for my Halloween ones, because I don't like the way it looks on my skin normally, like for like a normal makeup look, you know. So I save it for this time of the year. Actually, I think it was in my project pan a bit earlier on, like earlier this year. Alright, so I'm just gonna do like everything as normal. Just like concealer, powder. So for concealer, I'm just gonna take the Huda Beauty Overachiever concealer. I've just got something all over my mirror. I have no idea what it is. Now it won't come off. Honestly. Oops, I should be doing this. I should be blending out my concealer first. If it dries, I'm gonna cry. But anyway. Alright, that's better. Okay. Okay. Just blending out my concealer now. Honestly, you can use whatever makeup for this. Just like your normal routine or whatever. I feel like, you know, the makeup isn't that important, it's more the special effects obviously, but yeah, I'm just using probably products more that I wouldn't like normally reach for, just to kind of get them used up, if you know what I mean. I'm gonna take the Too Faced Born This Way setting powder to set my concealer. And to set my whole face, I'm just gonna take the Urban Decay All Nighter setting powder. Alright, let's do some bronzer and some highlight. For bronzer today, I'm taking the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer. Now, you probably don't want to bronze the actual wound, but you do want to bronze around it because you want it to look as kind of like realistic as possible. And, you know, if you're gonna get shot, like, you're not gonna not do your bronzer that morning. Do you know what I mean? Like, the shot is obviously meant to look like it was done after you've done your makeup, you know. You guys, you know what I mean. I feel like it's kind of natural to want to like avoid it completely, but we need it to look like realistic, I guess. Well, we don't need it to, but you know what I mean. And then for highlight, I'm just going to take the Ofra Glazed Donut Highlighter. Oh, forgot how intense that was for a second. Alright, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go put on the top that I'm going to wear because I don't want to get fake blood on any of this, so I'm going to go get dressed and I'll be back. Alright, so now we're going to get into some, what's it called, face paint. So I'm just going to take like my face paint brush. All of these brushes are disgusting. Oh my god. I feel like I need to just throw them out and get some new ones. But I feel like once you use something for special effects, like, you know it's gone. Like. So I'm just gonna take some water. Pour it in there. Oh my god! Whoops! I put an ice cube in it. Well, anyway. All right. So we're gonna go into my Marron palette, my Marron face paint palette. I'm just gonna separate all of my makeup from my special effects stuff, so none of my makeup gets dirty. So I'm gonna have them in very separate areas of my desk. Okay, so we're gonna open this palette. This is the, it doesn't say what palette it is, but anyway, this is how it looks here. It's got like a few colors. So first we're gonna take black, and it's just called black. So it's pretty easy. You just get some water, mix it around in the little pot. So we're taking the black because we want the inside of this bullet wound to be as dark as possible. It's gonna be grey because I had white on my brush. But yeah, we want the inside of this to be as dark as possible because, you know, like, we want it to look like deep, you know. I need to keep going until it's black. So kind of like that. Then we're gonna take some red, and mixing it with the black is fine. Like, you want it to be a bit of a darker kind of red anyway. You don't like that really kind of deep, dark blood color. I'm gonna start adding some of that into. The black is just like a good base, you know. Now we've got to be careful because we don't want too much black to come on like the little like flat parts, if you know what I mean, because that's meant to be like the flesh, and so they're not obviously going to be black. They're going to be a lot more red because they're going to be covered in blood, but that isn't where the actual wound is. They're just like, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm just putting some red on here as well. So I've got something like that. So now I'm going to take my Stage Blood. This is just from Marron as well. Oh, it's a fresh bottle. I haven't used it before. Wow. Okay. So we're gonna start like filling in this hole with the stage blood. This stuff is real messy. Now this is where you want it to start to spill over the edges, because this is obviously like blood. This is gonna be everywhere, you know? Be careful with this because it's super messy. So you can kind of start tapping it around the wound as well, because obviously, like, you know, it's gonna spray and stuff. I've got some little splatters on my face, you know. And then this is what we need to make it like drip. Because obviously it's gonna spray around a little bit and, you know, it's probably gonna drip. Okay, so we've got something like this. Then what I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna take my spray blood. So this is literally just like blood in a spray bottle. So I'm gonna like drip that down as well, just to give the effect. Okay, I feel like that should be good. This should be our gunshot. Okay, so this is the finished look. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Oh yeah, it's going way off. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!